Side, obviously, a time of immense grief at this sort of thing, at a funeral for a young man. But tell us what you saw, what you observed.
Yeah, I mean, abject sorrow. It's just such a sad situation. Jose Fernandez, beloved by the team, by the community, everybody here in South Florida. It's just such a sad situation that he was killed in a boating accident a few days ago, and just so sad. His teammates were all here. A lot of players from around the game actually flew in. Some of the Nationals flew down. Gio Gonzalez and some of the other teammates flew down for this, and a lot of the ex-Marlins were here as well. Alex Gonzalez and Lomo was here. Many players were here. It was a packed house. Everybody very, very sad. It was very, very quiet, but then you could see the emotion breaking out as people filed out of church. Jeffrey Loria, who maintained his composure somehow through a wonderful speech, broke down and was crying on his way out. I could see a tear in Rob Manfred's eye. It was really one of the saddest days, one of the saddest things any of us have ever experienced.
Yeah, I'm watching that too, John. Just, we had the coverage on the network earlier in the day, and seeing Scott Boras get up there and just, I had even the sound down at that time on another TV as I walked by, and I just saw the tears flowing right out of his eyes, just flying out of his eyes as he got up there, as people were overcome throughout the afternoon. You do mention, though, that there was a common theme in all of this that is an uplifting theme of his life. Tell us about that, John.
Sure. I mean, obviously, we all know about his pitching, his vibrant personality, and Jeffrey Loria talked about how he makes baseball fun. But the theme, I think, was how he experienced the American dream and how important that was for him. And Jeffrey Loria did mention that very prominently. And Scott Boras, who you just mentioned, did talk about that. He talked about some of the great highlights of his very young and short life. And a couple of them were the impending birth of his child, who's his girlfriend is expecting, and how excited he was about that, and also how excited he was when he became a U.S. citizen. And Scott Boras, I talked to him yesterday, and he said that Jose Fernandez was a player who would call him 3-4 times a week, and he became very, very close to him. And when he became a U.S. citizen, he just screamed happiness into the phone, and it was just a very, very exciting, emotional day for him. And Jose Fernandez told Scott Boras that U.S. is really heaven on earth. And, that's the way that Jose Fernandez felt. Obviously, it was quite turmoil to get here. 3 attempts, saved his mother, Maritza, on one of the attempts. They finally get over here. He was jailed at one point in Cuba for one of the attempts. Just a miraculous story, a wonderful story, and a very, very, very sad ending today.
Such a strong message coming out where some of us, so many of us take it for granted. He did not, Jose Fernandez. He worked hard to get to this country and flourish here. Jon Heyman joining us from Miami. Thank you, John.